even though that hasn't been my favorite stretch, I realized that I'm very, very grateful that I'm still hiking. Incredible that we've walked all this way back to Edinburgh. I couldn't be happier right now just to get to explore the city. This is so stunning. Didn't expect those views. Didn't have any big expectations. I thought it would be like really flat.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. With my rescue dog Otto, I'm currently hiking the length of Britain from Scotland to Cornwall. Come join us for day 39 and 40 of our hike, where we walked from West Clifton to Edinburgh, explored the city and hiked into the Lowlands to West Clifton.
Good morning! We just left the campsite in West Clifton and we're walking towards Edinburgh. It's only a short walk today to get to the city. I think it's 8 miles, maybe something like 8 miles, and I'm really happy to get there. The past few days have been a bit tough with all like tarmac path and a lot of sun and no shade. It hasn't been my favorite stretch. I don't know, it just was a bit, compared to the Highlands, I know that's a really high standard that I'm putting there, but it has been a bit boring, to be honest. Just fields and fields and fields. There were a lot of birds and wildlife, so that was really nice, but still after I think 60 kilometers or even more, yeah, it became just more of the same. So excited to explore the city tomorrow, to have a little rest there. Also, it's been 1 week since I started hiking again at Lowlands after my big break, and yeah, there were times 2 weeks ago where I didn't even know whether I would even reach Edinburgh. I realized that I'm very, very grateful that I'm still hiking. My foot pain is actually gone. Almost, yeah, it's 99% back to normal, which is incredible. Everyone told me, okay, it would be weeks and even months, and for some reason, I don't know what exactly, if it was the shoes or the exercises or a mix of everything. And the weather is amazing, a bit windy, so not too hot yet. I'm very excited, so let's go! Oh. Swan family. That's it! We made it to Edinburgh and we're gonna leave the canal town path right here and continue through the city to our campsite. Hello! We've made it to our campsite in Edinburgh in the south of the city. And I'm just waiting to check in. I already got a package. This might confuse you, but I actually swapped my backpacks. I'm sending the ULA pack home because it wasn't comfortable over that long distance. It gave me like really horrible bruising and swelling on my hips, which was really painful. I've decided to get my other pack from home, which is the Osprey, and I'm using that. It has a lot more padding. Carrying the weight is, for me, I think it's a bit more comfortable because with all the dog food I'm carrying quite a lot of weight, and it just wasn't a really great fit for the load I'm carrying. So yeah, I'm just swapped backpacks. I also got my resupply package with dog food for this upcoming week until I get to the border to England. So I'm gonna sort that and sending the other stuff ahead to the Pennine Way. So I'm basically just gonna work out how many days worth of food I need, and I'm gonna take that out of my resupply package and then bouncing the parcel ahead to a campsite on the Pennine Way. Once I've checked in and set up the tent, I'm gonna we're gonna go into the city by bus and posting the resupply parcel and my backpack, and yeah, just getting some food. I'm gonna buy a new gas canister and doing some laundry later today on the campsite. Just these things that you have to do when you're on a thru hike. Just a lot of organization and logistics. We had a pretty tough afternoon. Otto and I took the bus to go into the city to one of the only post offices in all of Edinburgh that was still open on a Saturday afternoon, and it was so crowded. I mean, it's normal. It was Saturday afternoon on a bank holiday weekend, so, and the weather was nice, so no surprise there. But yeah, it was so crowded, and it took like forever to find the post office. It's right next to the train station in some sort of like mall thing, where you're not allowed to take dogs in, but I couldn't leave him like here. That was on the main street, so I couldn't possibly leave him outside. It was so hard getting there, and I struggled a lot. Then I went to a mountain warehouse to get a gas canister, but they didn't have one. Then I had to go to another store. Then I also had to buy some food, just normal things. But if you're traveling alone in a big city, I'm always a bit worried to just leave Otto outside, for example, in front of a big supermarket. I know that it's very unlikely that someone will take him, but still it's just doesn't feel comfortable. So I chose a Tesco, which was a bit, not in the city center, but a little bit outside. That almost took the entire afternoon. He was so tired, and then when we got back to the campsite, I did my laundry and took a shower, so everything is done. So now tomorrow we can only do the fun things like going to the city, just have a little stroll around the Royal Mile, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning! We slept in today. We had a pretty good night on the campsite. Now we're on our way to the bus station to go into the city. I got a few recommendations for vegan food spots, and I've picked 3 for today. So I'm gonna go to a cafe or bakery to get some breakfast and a coffee, and then I'm gonna try one of the best places to get coffee apparently, and in the afternoon I'm going to try another vegan food spot where they have great donuts and maybe also a coffee. So I'm really excited to try a couple of cool places. Apparently there are a lot of options in Edinburgh for vegan food, and we're also going to hike up Arthur's Seat, which I didn't do the last few times I was in Edinburgh. And I'm really excited to explore the city without a heavy pack. That's our first stop, the Black Rabbit Bakery. And look what I got. I got a blackcurrant craffin, which looks incredible, and an almond croissant, and a coffee, obviously. Everything looked incredible. It's all vegan there, and I'm so happy. I'm gonna have my croissant. Wow. I think I didn't have a croissant since I went vegan, so yeah. Wow, this is incredible. Now we're taking a little walk around the city to see a bit of the old town and the Royal Mile, and just enjoying the beautiful weather. I'm so excited to be back. I still remember when I was here the last time, like 7 weeks ago, before I even started the hike, and it was incredible that we've walked all this way back to Edinburgh. And I still remember how I felt, like I was nervous and anxious, and now we're back and we did it, and it feels amazing, and I couldn't be happier right now just to get to explore the city. I really love it. I've been here a couple of times before, but every time I just like that 19th century vibe. Everything looks like it could be out of a Sherlock Holmes movie or Oliver Twist, and I really love that. I really love the architecture and the history of the city, so I'm so excited that I get to see that again. Apparently one of the best coffee shops in town, so I'm gonna get a coffee there. We just walked around the city for a bit, and now we're gonna tackle Arthur's Seat. Really excited for the views, just to be a little bit in nature, because it was kind of tough with Otto in the city, a lot of people everywhere. We made it! The highest point in Edinburgh, Arthur's Seat. And now I think I've earned some vegan donuts, and that's our last stop for today, and then we're gonna go back to the campsite and just relax for a bit. Oh no, it's closed. Oh, that's a shame. We're back on our campsite and spent the evening just relaxing a bit. I made some dinner. If you're wondering why the audio quality is different, that's because I managed to, I don't know where, but
I lost my external microphone, so I'm only recording with the GoPro and a little like foam windshield. I didn't check how bad it is, but I hope it isn't too bad. Yeah, really sorry about that. I have already ordered a new microphone, but it takes a couple of days to arrive, and yeah, until then I have to work with what I got. We had a great day in Edinburgh. Unfortunately, the vegan donut place was closed. I don't know why. They should have been open, but they weren't. I just planned the next couple of days. There's gonna be a few days of wild camping and yeah, some pretty long days I think to get to the border to England and to the Pennine Way. I think the south is going to be totally different than the Highlands, but I'm really excited to see what it's like, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning! I hope the sound is somewhat okay. I'm still so annoyed that I lost my external microphone, but it is what it is. I hope it's okay. We just started half an hour ago from the point where we left off 2 days ago, so on the outskirts of Edinburgh. Now we're walking towards West Linton along a beautiful little river. And there's a cycle track next to it, and we're walking on that. Today's gonna be a very warm day. I can already feel that there's not one cloud in the sky, and I think it's gonna be a bit tough because I think it's supposed to get quite hot. We only have about 6 days left in Scotland. We're gonna hike from Edinburgh to the border to England, to Kirkyathholm, which is the start of the Pennine Way. For these 6 days I'm going to follow the Scottish National Trail, which uses parts of other long distance paths like the Southern Upland Way or the St. Cuthbert's Way. Our first stretch today is going to be to walk to West Linton and then towards Peebles, Melrose and then Kirkyathholm. I think these next 3 days are going to be a bit hard because the weather is supposed to be really sunny and yeah, almost hot even. So that's going to be a challenge. Also, I want to make some progress, which is why I'm trying to do a couple of longer days, probably around 23-25 kilometers. I'm just gonna see how that goes, but that's our plan. I'm a bit anxious whether it's going to be easy to find places to wild camp and also the availability of water. So yeah, I'm a bit anxious about that next stretch. It's probably a bit more built up. There are more towns and villages, so just gonna see what it's like. But at least I'm really happy that my backpack fits great. I don't have any more like bruising and swelling, and my feet are back to normal, which is great. It doesn't rain, the weather is great, so all good, and I'm excited for these last few days in Scotland. Even though this part is called the Lowlands, there are quite some big hills. I think they're all like over 500 meters. Really cool. It's really pretty and feels very remote, very far away. You wouldn't even think that you're only a couple of miles from Edinburgh. That's beautiful. This is so stunning. Didn't expect those views. They're incredible. Such a great day, but it gets very hot now. Really have to take a break soon and hopefully get out of the sun for a bit. We're almost in West Linton. It's only, I think, a mile or so left. It has been a pretty hard day hiking in the sun all day. It's really hot. Even though we took longer breaks in the shade, it's still hard going. I'm gonna take a longer break in West Linton, go to the co-op there, and then just wait around for a bit because it's quite early. It's only 3 o'clock. I think it's a bit harder there to find a wild camping spot, so I'm probably going to end up closer to the road, and I don't want to set up just yet, so I'm gonna go there, have some food, relax for a bit in the park there, and then I'm gonna carry on maybe around 7, half 7. I'm really proud that we did that big stretch today. The landscape has been incredible. I didn't have like any big expectations, or that sounds bad, but I didn't think about too much. I thought it would be like really flat, but it actually is very hilly. And it's really beautiful. There's a lot of fields, but we didn't have to go through any fields with cattle, which is always great. Mainly sheep here. I'm very surprised and very, very happy. It's a beautiful landscape and really enjoyed the hike, although very hot. Just spent a few hours in West Linton, which is a really cute little village. I went to the co-op and got some food, and then just sat on a bench in the park, and it was really great. The weather is amazing. Now another dog walker suggested a little spot just outside the village, so I'm gonna go there and check it out, and hopefully it's good and I can pitch my tent. I found the best camp spot, semi-wild camping. When I was in that little town, West Linton, I asked someone and he basically told me there's an outdoor education center like right outside the little town, so I could just go there. Then I came here and there's like little houses and dorm rooms. I didn't see anyone, but still there were some cars in the driveway, so I didn't just, he suggested, the man who suggested that told me I could just like pitch my tent, but I wasn't very comfortable with that because it didn't look like there was no one here. And then I just walked around and I found the manager's office. They live here and just prepare the place and everything, and saw them in their garden and asked them whether I could pitch the tent, and I could. It's great. I have that whole place to myself. It's really beautiful, and there's a tap and a toilet for me to use, which is great, so couldn't be any better. I'm gonna make some tea. It has been a pretty long day, almost 26 kilometers I think, so yeah, and in the heat was a lot of work, so I'm even more happy that I found this place and don't have to wander around looking for something. So yay!